Welcome to the Activations with JJ Energy Update for the week of July 26th, 2021. If you are new to the podcast or YouTube channel, thank you so much for joining me. I am JJ, a starseed linguist, a multidimensional channel, and a way shower, and I'm so glad to have you here. Each week, I bring through an energy update on my podcast. I also publish those on my YouTube channel. And in every single one of them, I bring through a different energy, anything from Pleiadians to tree spirits to fairies and gnomes, anything that I feel like will serve the listeners as they enter that week, and especially as many of us are going through so many energetic changes and coming into a time where many of us are developing our clairvoyance, our clair senses. I feel like it's important for us to be comforted as interesting and strange things begin to happen. Each week during the energy update, there's also some kind of activation. And of course, with the intention I set by naming this channel and this podcast, Activations with JJ, my goal and the goal, I think, of all of the energies which I bring through is to activate you in some way, shape, or form, physically and energetically, so that you can receive what you need to continue forth on your soul's purpose. So again, thank you for joining me, and I'm excited for this week's update. I do want to make sure I let you know that I have a couple of different things going on my YouTube channel and on the podcast as well. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to first my Ascension Diaries series, I highly recommend you do so. That is on the podcast as bonus episodes, and it also lives on the YouTube channel. I have lots of different topics I speak about. It's my personal experiences with ascension symptoms. That's the best way for me to put it. And I would love for you to listen and leave comments letting me know what your ascension symptoms have been, or if you've experienced anything similar to me. So please go ahead and check that out on either the podcast or YouTube channel. In addition to that, I have another series of guided meditations on just my YouTube channel, which are brought through from the Pleiadians, and they are energy calibrations. So far, they are going through different systems of our bodies, and they are assisting in upgrades, is the best way for me to put it. So if you have a moment and feel drawn to do so, make sure to check those out on the YouTube channel. As we get ready for this week's energy update, I want to take a moment, and I feel drawn to have you sort of just connect with yourself or your higher self or your inner wisdom, whatever the best way for me to frame that for you is. And I really feel like when you can just place your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and take a deep breath, it really assists in connecting there. So go ahead and do that for me. We all have connection to Source because we are all made of Source. And I feel very drawn today, as I mentioned the word inner wisdom, to connect to what I would call higher wisdom or collective wisdom. It is an energy. It's difficult to define in our terms. Some people have felt that there is a feminine energy which they've named wisdom. It's brought up in sacred texts. So however you want to connect with that, that's the intention I will set, is that we will connect with wisdom. Take a moment now to consider different areas of your life where you've been seeking wisdom, and set the intention that this energy update will assist you in enlightening your mind so that the wisdom you need will come through. I would even go so far as to invite you to pull out maybe something to write with, so that when the activation is over, you can take down any notes that you received personally, as each and every one of you will receive different insights. Opening your spiritual and energetic ears to hear the message. I am wisdom, the wisdom of the ages, collective wisdom, higher wisdom, feminine wisdom, masculine wisdom, divine wisdom. The energy which has permeated the universes since the beginning of time, rooted in love, rooted in light and dark, a balanced representation of the source from which we all come. I come specifically with the intention to activate each and every one of you to more easily access that wisdom which lies within you. My first teaching is to remind you of what I just said, that your wisdom, or that wisdom itself, does not reside outside of you, but within you. I would like to remind you to trust that inner knowing and inner wisdom. My energy finds a place within you, not just on this podcast or video, but within you. And I am waiting and ready for you to connect. Some of you may recall the times which I have appeared in full force in your life. Some of you may not realize that things that have seemed foolish in your life, actions that you've done that you consider mistakes, were actually driven by a deep-seated connection to wisdom, which has allowed you to wisely navigate the soul contract which you are carrying out on this planet in surprising and sometimes seemingly difficult ways. The journeys you have taken have often not been easy and have never been a straight line. The windy road is a road full of wisdom. The windy road is a road full of expansion. The windy road is a road full of enlightenment. The next teaching I would like to give you is an activation to shift your perspective, that from this time henceforth, you will no longer see your life, actions, or journey from a lower vibrational lens. You will now see your life, your choices, your interactions, your journey through the eyes of wisdom. And as you see your life through the eyes of wisdom, you will see others' paths through the eyes of wisdom, and all will be brought into focus. That which was blurry and confusing will be as clear as day. Nothing in the past will actually change except for your perspective of what happened. And as you see what you would call the bigger picture, you will sink into a feeling of contentment, comfort, and trust in yourself that will far surpass any joy or any sense of wonder and exhilaration that you have ever had before in this life. This newfound perspective will influence future decisions in a way that will bring light, love, and happiness like you have never experienced before. And in a way that you never thought was possible. All because you are seeing things through the lens of wisdom. I conclude this message as I honor you and your journey, and I bid you farewell. Very, very powerful message there for you today. Definitely something to possibly journal about. I encourage you to do so. And I'm so thrilled that you chose to co-create this message with me. I honor you in your journey as well, just as wisdom did. And the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.